Okay, last time through the house. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. I'm trying to just, we left some of the kids' toys for the future owners. So I'm just trying to kind of make sure that it's not just wild, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's empty.
It's so empty.
Oh, I'm sad.
Feeling so many feelings.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Hi.
Are you gonna leave this part on you?
No, I'm not. Hannah always looks to put stickers on me.
I like it.
I know, it was actually really sweet today. I left to go do some work and she stuck it on me and said, to, so I could remember her until I came back. That kid is so cute. Hi, how's it going? We are in it now.
Yes.
Oklahoma City.
So glad for this time.
Yeah, 3 weeks in Oklahoma City because my dad has some land there and we were just parked on their land and getting everything set up and spending time with family, and we had a really great time. Like literally what we said was, we have got to go because we're getting way too comfortable here and we might just stay forever.
I know. We got this RV so we could travel the United States, and then we're just gonna end up in Oklahoma. We have just been so blessed all around us to have a really big support system, and it meant so much to have Brett's family around and let us stay on their land while we just kind of got comfortable in the RV, which has been really a surprise to us. We weren't anticipating. I think it was a really important time for us to transition from the sticks and bricks house to the RV, which we did pretty quickly. We did some projects that we needed to get done, and the RV really became a home.
Preface: if you're cool, this is probably not the episode for you. If you're like a nerd or a parent with kids,
tune in.
We got it for you.
Oklahoma City has a lot of hidden gems. It was really a lot of fun for us as a family.
And so we just want to highlight the 6 awesome places we got to go experience while we were in Oklahoma City.
Yes. I think one of the best things that we did in Oklahoma City as a family, when it is in the summer and it's so hot and it feels like 108 degrees outside, is to
go visit Oklahoma City in the fall.
Don't go in the summer. A really great place to go in the summer with your kids in Oklahoma City is at the Science Museum, and it is so fun, and it is inside, and they can be kids and they can run around. It is so kid friendly. It is
very
so fun. It's so interactive. And they're learning, and it's fun, so they don't really feel like they're learning, and we're learning. I mean, I had a blast. I loved it.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts as a parent is that you get to have an excuse to do all the things that you did as a kid and thought were magical, and now that you're an adult, you're like, oh, I can't go do that. Well, guess what? The Science Museum, A, anybody can go.
Yeah.
And B, I had a lot of fun. Like, I had to keep myself focused on the kids and from playing on the things that I wanted to play on.
Yes, and I think really hit at that point that anybody can go, because they change out their exhibits, I guess, throughout the year. They had one on Sherlock Holmes.
It was a museum.
Yes.
And you walked in and you got a piece of paper and there was a case to solve.
Yeah, so that one, as an adult, I think that would be really fun. But I think the Science Museum is great for any age.
And it's got a planetarium, and Hannah absolutely loved it.
Yes. And right next to it is the zoo.
Yes.
And we also did the zoo, and we did it, and we didn't die from heat. I think we did it on a cooler day, and it is a really great zoo.
I was gonna say, I think it's gonna be a much more fun zoo in about a year. In 2022, I bet it'll be a much more fun zoo.
Yeah.
There was really cool elements to the zoo right now, but it was also, there was a lot of scars on the zoo right now because they're doing a lot of construction, but I can't wait to see what happens.
I think they're doing like a new Africa exhibit. One of the things we loved about the Oklahoma City Zoo was the Asia exhibit, and they have really awesome elephants. Hannah got to feed the elephants. There's like a little splash pad up there. They just really like encourage kids to interact and learn, and it was really an awesome zoo. I loved it. And close by the zoo and close by the Science Museum is the Firefighters Museum, which probably not a lot of people hit up, but it was really special to us because Brett's dad was a firefighter, and had a lot of history, and it was really, really neat to go to that firefighter museum with a firefighter and like have him say like, this is what our tanks used to look like. You get to see like all of the progression of the fire trucks, and it was really neat.
Yep.
I think it's kind of a hidden gem.
It's a nice like morning trip. It's getting really dark, so we're gonna do this quick. Lake Hefner. We definitely hung out there and saw an incredible sunset. Oklahoma has incredible sunsets if you ever get the chance to go see them.
Yes.
And the kids had a really great time playing on that.
Take a kite, because it really has a nice wind effect coming off the lake.
Yeah, there were people windsurfing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really fun. I think the kids would have loved a kite, and we took a picnic and we just had a little evening of it, and it was really, really lovely.
If you ever go to Oklahoma City, Edmond area, go to Pops. It's just a little quick drive up Oklahoma City, and it's this gas station that is just old school retro theme, and they've got ice cream and they have all these cool stuff.
Yep.
But they have got hundreds of different types of sodas that you could check out.
Yes.
Like from like amazing looking sodas to bizarre looking sodas, and it is just a really cool little
And
little pop-up.
it is a historic place. It's right on Route 66,
Yes.
and so it kind of has that history with it. And I think when people kind of do the Route 66 tour, it is a gem.
For those of you who have heard of Oklahoma City or been spent any time in Oklahoma City, the most popular place, the most well-known place is BRICKTOWN. We've been there so many times that we did not spend a lot of time there this go around, but we drove around a little bit and showed the kids the big tall buildings, and we had a lot of fun. There's a lot of great restaurants. I love Fuzzy's Taco Shop, BRICKTOWN Brewery.
What we did do this time at BRICKTOWN that we had never done before was go to the Myriad Gardens.
Yeah.
And so the outside of it was available, but they were doing some renovations on the inside, so we didn't get to go inside. But we did get to catch, they do like this really special thing in October called Pumpkinville?
Well, they do.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
sure
what
it's
is
not
it
the same
called?
every year. But what they did this year is called
I think it's
Munchkintown? Pumpkinville.
So you do pay to get in. I think it's free if you're like a Botanical Gardens member, but it is so sweet. They have a merry-go-round there, and then I think they just do a different theme every year, but this year it was Wizard of Oz, and it was beautiful.
It was magical.
I mean, just the decorations they had, it was so nice, and it really felt like you were in Oz. It was really, really sweet, and the kids loved it. But I think even in the off season, that's still the children's garden area, and there's a lot of things for them to climb on and play. And it's all outside, and so they can just be as loud as they want. But they have all their plants. They have the name of the plants, and then they have like a composting station that kind of shows you the different steps to composting. And so I love things like that because there's learning along the way, and that's what we love about being in the RV, doing road schooling, and just like learning as we go. So I think the gardens, I would love to go back once they open up the inside too.
Yeah, it's hard to know how to recommend the gardens right now because we went and turns out they're under construction, and apparently there's going to be some really cool things. The outside portion of the Botanical Gardens is still open. We really want to go back because what we saw seemed really cool, but we just happened to stumble upon this gem, and I think this is one of the things that I am most excited about for us traveling right now is when you put yourself out there, when you take the leap and explore new places, you're going to stumble on things that you never would have expected otherwise, and it's really cool.
It is so cool. Look around where you're at right now. Sometimes we get so busy in our like day-to-day lives, and our weekends fill up with our activities, but I think sometimes like just kind of try to pull back and look at the area that you're in right now as a tourist and think like, what is something that I haven't experienced here before? Like research your own state, your own area, and you may find some really neat things.
We had so much fun, and so much more fun than we expected to have, and I would recommend Oklahoma City to anybody.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, we're so dark.
I'm sorry it got dark, but we film when we can film, guys. And hey, you know what? We'll be those people on YouTube. Tell your friends about our channel. We're about to start exploring some really cool places, and we want you to come along, and we want to keep making these videos. Like, I've had so much fun making these videos. I hope you're enjoying them.
Click the subscribe button. We're trying to get one out every week so you can kind of see where we go and maybe kind of just stoke your own wanderlust a little bit.
Like and subscribe.
Yay!
Oh, I hate that. Have a great week.
Just felt like a really good send-off for us with this like
Mosquitoes. 24, 36 hours at a time.
I know.
There's a mosquito.
I know.
Even though Isaac still calls it new home. Decided it's dusk, so the mosquitoes are everywhere. Where's my phone? Cheska has made
homemade bug spray.
homemade bug spray.
It's got thieves oil in it. It's got purification oil in it that has citronella in it, and lavender with witch hazel, I think, that helps it spray out.
Do you find that it's been working?
I don't know. How do you ever know if bug spray
Look, man,
works?
Cheska likes the oils.
You know
I
what?
have mixed
I'm trying
feelings.
it.
Yep.
I've been using it long enough to really know.